Retro Ralph is proudly sponsored by my friends at One Click Print. However you want your prints, they offer quality and premium service on a variety of materials. Visit them at oneclickprint.com. Hi guys, Retro Trek Ralph here with another Star Trek The Next Generation build, the USS Enterprise 1701D, Magazine 9 time. This is plodding along nicely. We have parts for 31 to 34 in this month's delivery. Go through them in a moment. We'll have a look at the magazine to start with. Let's see if the lighting in here actually works better to look through the magazine to start with. So we have a nice little another picture of the model as it is when it's fully finished. Nice glare on the bottom of the screen there. Doesn't seem, there's an oddball join there, but I think we're getting close to that. As we noticed before with this, most of the top of the saucer is almost done. So there's 120 part packs of this, so I'm going to work out about 30 magazines or something. If we're on 10 now, if we're on 34, 38 will be 10 magazines. Yeah, you do the maths. There's about 30 issues or something. I'm sure it's not that. I'm sure my maths is absolutely rubbish. So it looks like we have on this one another saucer part, some windows and some lifeboats, a distribution board, I think. Is that a connector or is that LED? Some screws and some cable ties. Right. So what E is. Saucer PCB cable. So it is just a cable. Okay. 32, we have a saucer part, a reflected back, or another reflected back, some windows, lifeboat, screws, and a LED, double LED there. 33 looks like another panel, back part, another section for the neck that I think opposite maybe to that one for the windows. It is nice to doing those with the windows. It's absolutely it's a pain putting all these lot in so far, but there's going to be lots more to come. Windows, lifeboat, another light there. So it looks very similar to 32, 33 is, yeah, and 31 look very much similar-ish. 34. Another panel, another reflective, windows, I guess some dark, some light, lifeboats, and 3 sets of lights and screws. So what we have, hello, part locator. We have got where the numbers go and letters. So I'm guessing that they're not numbering them up. We're going to have to stick that sticker on ourselves. They might even, well, unless they might even give us USS Yamato stickers, but they're not, because we've already got parts which have got the Enterprise all over them anyway. So it looks like for the 31 we assembly, we have the front part there where the front of the Starship is, and the docking port, which is this part here, distribution board. Now I'm hoping that this goes in the saucer section, which I guess it's not part of this, but it probably screw underneath the actual top side of the saucer, and we can start tying up some cables because it's an absolute nightmare at the moment in there. Why is that showing there? We've got have we got a lot more of this? No, it's the actual stuff we've got. 32 looks like another panel goes on there, and photon torpedo launcher, which is probably, yeah, just these parts here added on. I think we've already got these from last time. I think those are parts we got and we've not got the actual bits there. Saucer escape pods, yeah, escape pods, yeah. So 33 and 34. Wow, that is very, there, that's better. So we get another panel for the next section, and there to hide in all the lights. Potentially we may be getting one side of the neck done, but don't quote me on that. We'll figure it out when we actually get round to it. So we have season 2 episode guides in here as well. So Measure of a Man, Casting Guinan, the Dolphin, Contagion. That was when they got the Yamato was destroyed, wasn't it? the Iconians. If anyone plays Star Trek Online, then they know where the Iconians are. It's different. It isn't different. It is still the same Iconians, but they probably came back. Don't know the storyline. The Royale, which was the casino with the old astronauts, the Charybdis, were left there to live out their lives because they did not know what humans were. Times Square was a very good episode where they went and got the Enterprise caught, and there was the two Picards. Icarus Factor, where Riker and his dad come into it, and then Worf wanted to be more Klingon. So there we have it. There's the magazine, and we'll be looking at that more for instructions in a few minutes. So, parts. Issue 31. There's a distribution board down there. Looks like a chip on there. I'm guessing this is just for regulating power or something like. We've got 2s and we've got 4s. So obviously for the different types of lights that we've already got in there. 32. Yes. And a panel. So 2 panel pieces. 33. I just noticed that. That's where the impulse engine goes. Some other windows and stuff. 34. More windows, two reflective parts, and some more lifeboats. Now let me get these cut out, put into pots, and then we can have a better look, because I can see that all the shine from the lighting in here. The lighting's good. It makes making these videos so much easier. However, it makes plastic reflect too much. So let me get all these out into plastic pots for 31 to 34, and we'll start building this and see how far we get. Everything's out of the bag now. So we have 31 to 34 in parts. There's a lot more in 34 than there isn't in 32 and 3. But all we basically have is a part of the saucer, control board, windows, another part of the saucer, a few bits, windows, nothing major. Same again, saucer, windows, side one for the neck as well, opposite side to that one. And then we have reflecting, lots of the single windows as well. Another panel there for the plastic panel there for the saucer. Now what I always do with these anyway, the standard parts like the screws, I will put in a pot, as well as the windows, because these are all a standard size. There are 2 types of windows. They're on a wider one, but most are coming out as a standard size. You'll notice on the Enterprise itself, as here, these are too small, so these are these packs here, shall we say, on the next section. Most windows are kind of a standard size, which are these. These ones here are longer, but we have had some bit already anyway, but you can tell the difference. They just won't fit. I'm kind of thinking maybe down here might be standard, these type of ones, and not single windows that go in. Why are there holes in the side here on the nacelle? That might be just a production thing, or may have missed filling them in. Like they've still missed the 3 lines that are on top of the nacelle on this. But that's fine. Right, so give me a little while. I'm going to go through this, take the screws, take the windows, put them on the pots, and we can get started and start to construct this part 9. Now, parts are already assembled, ready, and off we go. And I'm just going through the instructions for this. You will need your saucer section, which you've already got, which will light up your entire saucer build to date by connecting it all to a single printed circuit board. No layers on this. Don't be scared of this. This is absolutely fine. There's resistors on there for each one of these LED, well, connector for the LEDs. Bottom side there is nothing, so it is completely insulated. Don't be scared of this. It's fine. There's no layers on there. It's not an Xbox One or a PlayStation 5. It's perfectly okay. There are bits on this board which look like they could be potentially for testing, or they look like they're all earths, to be honest. All the copper circles that are around, so they look like they're all earths for testing things. So it's perfectly fine. If they come off, then there is ways to resolder, but what these will be done is connected on, and then you'll leave it. You won't be disconnecting, reconnecting any of these. So that's for that part. You're going to need your next section that you got. This is for the port side. This is this part here. That's for 31. It's a little bit awkward. I'm not sure how to do this video again, like I always do these videos. I have no idea. It's going to be 1 or 2 part. Panel goes on that. Board goes in, or for some reason now insert the PCB cable, which comes with this. Yeah, because there's a cable there for the power. Okay. And then you'll attach, you'll wire in, you'll cable tie to make it look a bit neater. I mean, when you get these cable ties through and you know they're there, you can probably cut off the end. This one probably shows it's going through quite a bit. I will try and copy as best I can and show you this being fully done. The only problem with this at the moment is the sources, obviously that way around, is going to be, the paintwork's going to be on the side. So make sure you put something down. I'll put a tea towel down, try and stop it scratching. This board shouldn't scratch anything anyway, but it's still, I don't want to damage anything. Not at present, not until I have a big hissy fit, because this doesn't fit, and I throw it against the wall. So you're more putting the cables through that you've already got, and you've got this quarter section will be done. I'm looking at my own, and yeah, it does look like it's got all of these parts on there, missing that phaser bank. And then 32 is make a panel. But why it's showing torpedo launcher bit, I don't know, it's just making a panel. But you've got lights as well to go in, which is fine. So that'll be kept or potentially put in. Yeah, because you've got a section there. This is actually putting the LEDs into the panel, which is going on that way around there, which is going on there. So the LEDs will go on. So that's 32. 33 is making another panel for the left hand side, which is kind of a bit of a cop out because this is the impulse engine without the impulse engine. 34 is making a panel before that. So I don't think these go on just yet, because the saucer section goes to this directly straight line across here. So we're like 1, 2, 3, 4 panels, even though we do have 1, 2 panels spare so far. So these might be the outer sections. I think they probably are actually. So one of these may go, yeah, because that panel there, I can't show you. Let's have a look. What we've already got spare is one of the panels from last time is, if you look at this line that goes straight across here, the one above is this one. The one there has got 3 lifeboats on it. The next one has to be this one, the 33 assembly, and then 34, no, 32 assembly. No, because it's that one. Oh, this is complicated. No, it's going backwards. This is what's awkward about this. The line there, yeah, we've got, this is doing that one there for 33. The 34 over here is this section in the middle. So we are building the outer bits. So in the next part will probably be how to stick all of this together inside without going mad. So everything, you put the white lights in and you make sure that the lights work. This will be just one light will go for this part here and the other one will go on the one next to it, even though this is doing exactly the same as well. It might go the one behind it. So, and then 34 puts that panel on. You're actually putting 2 lights through because you're blocking off any access to get into there by putting this section on top of, so, or it makes it not impossible, I'd say it makes it tricky. Why is it wanting me to tighten those up? I've already tightened those up. Begin to loosen all the screws, all the 5 screws. Loosen? That way around? That's a tighten. That's just to try and get this section in there a bit. Okay, fine, that's no problem. And then the switch can be just dandled out of the back as well anyway. Alright. So basically we can start off. I'm dawdling now. Right, let's start building and see if we can get this started, and we leave those. Looks like we'll leave them all for later. That's a shame. Okay, let's get on with this. Wow, that's an absolute nightmare. It's better. I mean, yeah. Let's plug it in, see if they all work, shall we? It has to go, the power pack, what we've got spare of, will go somewhere else, I'm sure later. Will go in the out. So we've got this cable here for the in. God knows why, but that does seem quite loose. Cables roll in. I think what they want to do is try and bunch up certain levels on. These are the back ones, these are the middle ones, these are the front, small, whatever. Yeah, I think. But it's not easy. It's quite yeah, and then cable tying together. You can cut off the cable ties. I'm not entirely sure if you need to or not. I'm just going to tuck everything underneath so you're not really going to see it. I think we'll have problems because we've still got... Why have I got a screw hole there? I've got a screw hole there to hold in the phaser bank when it comes in. I can see them to get the screws in, which is fine. Everything else, like panels, we should go there. I can see to get the screws in. This is just tidying. This is what we should have been doing from the start. So, let's get that in there. You should only go in one way. And ta-da! Well, there's disappointment for you, isn't there, straight away? So, hang on a sec. Turn the main lights off. And then turn the desk light off. There we go. And I will turn this round for you. Okay, is that me with the connector on here? I think it might be. There we go. Okay. I'm a little disappointed because I've got so much light leaks round here. Bits on the phaser bank doesn't matter. I've got a join line over here. You can see my finger in here, I'm sure you can. There's a lot of windows which looks pretty good. This top section here looks really good. It's where the lifeboats are, and some of the black windows, especially out down here at the bottom, there's a bit of light leakage going through. So I think what we might do, because the panels look okay as they are, except this part here, is I did say that I wasn't going to mod this. It was all going to come as it is, but I wasn't going to mod this. But what I think I might do... Oh, I can't. I was going to say where the boats are, the lifeboats are, I was going to... Oh, goodness. I was going to tape up behind where all the lifeboats are. Now there's a problem, because you can't do it without taking the panels off and taking these silver panels off. So it's reflecting too much light, which is quite ironic, shall we say? Because it shouldn't. But there we go. There we have part 31, which is basically just sticking a piece of plastic on last month's part, and that's it. And then wiring up, or at least cable tying, most of the lights on here. That one didn't need one, that one doesn't need one, this doesn't just yet, because they will be combined with other parts, so they will be cable tied in later. Yeah, the pot's empty for 31, but it's just basically 31 seems to be maintenance of stuff we should already have had. I mean, we've got panels already ready to go in. It's like having the saucer on the beginning. We haven't touched that yet, which is a real shame. I really do with having that on, but hopefully we're doing the neck and then coming down. It may be added in later. So at present, that's parts 31, all done and sorted. But that is just tidying up, and it's yeah. 32, 33, 34 should be interesting, but I'm going to split this in two anyway, so we'll get on with doing that on another video. So I don't want to put these videos too long anyway. So where that goes, I don't know. Does feel really loose in there. Worst case, I could potentially do something with it. Absolute worst case for me, I'm pretty good at soldering anyway, so that should be fine. Still seems loose. So make sure all your connectors are in and they're all in place as they should be on there. They should be top row 1 and 2 empty. The right hand side 3 should be empty. Number 2 and number 3 should be empty in the second row. And the far end, the last one, should be empty. The last row 1, 2 and 3 should be empty. And then underneath all this cable pack here, there's 2 that should be empty as well. And then once you took the battery pack off, into switch 1, I guess, and out. Don't know yet. Honestly, don't know. I'm kind of guessing, is there another light board over there? So we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 more left to put on. And this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, a lot more just for that section. So there should be possibly another board down here maybe. No, don't know. I'm guessing there's a couple more boards like this on the saucer section. But already this is getting really heavy for what it is. But that in mind, and actually, we've got another panel, haven't we, for oh, come on, Eaglemoss. We haven't even touched this one yet. 31 parts. Yeah, because we don't even use that one on stage 31. And that's so unfair. Because that's going to be face back round there maybe, or come round here. So have we got a full part that doesn't do anything? Please don't tell me there's more to do. No, 32. We don't use that bit. Why don't we use that? Oh, Eaglemoss, what are you doing to me? I'm going to get 31A. Why do they give us parts for something we don't use? There. Keep deck panel 31A in a safe place for later stage. Why do they do that? Give us the parts we need for these sections and off we go. It just confuses matters. So now I've got to store that, and that's a metal part. I've got to store that with the rest of them that might get damaged. So, yeah, parts we don't use yet. It'll be fine. When this is done, it'll be fine. So don't worry, Ralph. So, with that in mind, that's part 1 done. Please come back for part 2. And the rest of them. Oh yeah, it is getting mammoth. This is getting quite extraordinary to do this build, but it's good fun to play around with it. And once we get a big massive model done at the end, then so be it. Hopefully it'll be good. So with that in mind, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, social media, yada yada. You know the routine by now. I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.